positively or in a caring manner towards ourselves. All these ways of dealing with thoughts create more thoughts. As Wells says, you cannot overcome the problem of overthinking with more thinking. You can only overcome it by thinking less. Metacognitive therapy was tailored from his research into this. I have been a psychologist since the beginning of the millennium, and the first decade of my practice involved traditional cognitive behavioural therapy, CBT, which is one of the most tried and tested and well-documented methods in the world. Cognitive therapy is based on the idea that thoughts are central to our well-being and therefore need to be processed and changed in order to overcome depression and anxiety. My introduction to metacognitive therapy and to Adrian Wells radically changed my understanding of mental illnesses. After a case study of hundreds of clients in metacognitive therapy, it was clear to me the cause of mental illnesses is not, as I had believed for 10 years, a combination of genetic heritage, environment, and negative thoughts. The cause, as Wells describes, is flawed mental and behavioural strategies. We become depressed because we tackle our thoughts and beliefs in inappropriate ways. Therefore, depression is not a disease we have to live with. This realization created a tsunami of thoughts within my mind. Could I have been much more helpful to my clients over the years? Many of my clients felt that cognitive therapy had been helpful, but I now discovered that with metacognitive therapy, I could both reduce treatment time and significantly increase the effect of the treatment. Shortly after being introduced to Wells and metacognitive therapy, I personally needed therapeutic help. My husband and I had just become parents to a little boy, and the doctors gave us the unhappy news that our little Louis had been born with a rare genetic defect, which caused epileptic seizures. The seizures would damage his brain if we didn't get them under control. I was shaken to my core and deeply unhappy. And thoughts whirled in my head. What would happen to Louis? How would my husband and I deal with things in the future if Louis became very brain damaged? What about all our hopes and dreams? I felt a great urge to do my own research as well as ask the doctors questions, so that I could learn everything about my son's genetic defect. I wanted to be a supermother, problem solver, and expert in the field. But my new knowledge of metacognitive therapy helped me limit these contemplations. It wasn't my place to use all my mental power to find solutions and heal Louis. It was the doctors. I wasn't going to think myself into a depressive state. Instead, I was going to be a mother who was there for Louis and a wife who supported her husband. I decided to leave be the many thoughts and questions that arose throughout the day. So, I set a fixed time from 5 to 6 p.m, when I could contemplate and ruminate. As one of my colleagues observes, it's like having a piece of chewing gum sitting in your mouth all day and only being allowed to start chewing it at 5 o'clock. This is not easy. It requires awareness, patience, and determination to learn to let go of thoughts and to shift your focus to other areas of your life. But I experienced firsthand just how powerful metacognitive therapy is, and all three of us, Louis, my husband, and I, came through the crisis unscathed. My wish for readers of this book is that they, like me, realise that it is possible to control the strategies that either create or maintain depression. This book describes the phases of metacognitive therapy step by step, and at each step I show how I employ these methods in my clinic, and what exercises and tips my clients use when implementing metacognitive principles in their lives.